Love doesn't arrive loudly. It doesn't knock with noise or demand attention. Real love stands still, looks you in the eyes, and speaks honestly. Today, I'm not here to impress you. I'm here because my heart is certain. I'm here because after all the searching, all the waiting, all the lessons life taught me, I found peace in you. You are not a moment in my life, you are the direction of it. Asking for marriage is not about possession, it's about partnership. It's about choosing one soul every day, even when the world is heavy, even when life is imperfect. I'm asking you to walk with me, not ahead of me, not behind me, but beside me, as equals, as teammates, as love. This is not a question spoken out of fear of being alone. This is a promise spoken out of courage, because when love is real, you don't run from it. You stand still and you choose it. I am not standing here because life pushed me into this moment. I am standing here because I chose it, because every step that led me to you felt intentional, even the difficult ones, even the moments when I doubted myself. Love has a way of teaching us patience before it asks us for courage, and today, courage is what I bring to you. Not loud courage, not dramatic courage, but the quiet kind that stays when things are uncertain and still believes. I'm asking you for marriage, not because I think it will complete me, but because with you, I already feel whole. I don't want you to fill a space in my life. I want you to share the space that already exists. I want to wake up knowing that whatever the day brings, we are facing it together. Marriage to me is not an escape from loneliness. It is a commitment to presence. It is saying, I see you as you are, and I choose to stay. I've learned that love isn't proven in perfect moments. It's revealed in the ordinary ones, in the quiet mornings, in the long conversations that don't need an ending, in the way silence feels safe instead of empty. With you, silence has meaning. It doesn't ask for explanation. It just exists. And that's rare. That's something I don't take lightly. When I imagine a future, it doesn't come with grand images or dramatic promises. It comes with small details. Your voice at the end of the day, your presence in moments when words fail, the understanding that even when we don't agree, respect remains, that even when we struggle, love doesn't leave the room. Marriage in my heart is about building a life where honesty is stronger than fear. I am asking you for marriage because I want to choose you when things are easy and when they are not, when the world feels kind and when it feels heavy, when success comes and when failure teaches us humility. I don't promise perfection, I promise effort. I promise to listen even when it's uncomfortable. I promise to grow even when growth asks me to change. Love doesn't mean never being afraid. It means trusting someone enough to be honest about that fear. And standing here asking you this, I am not fearless. But I am certain that you are not a passing chapter in my life. You are a direction. You are the person I want to build with, not just dream with. I believe marriage is a daily decision, not something that begins with a question and ends with a ceremony, but something that renews itself every morning. It's choosing kindness when pride wants to speak. It's choosing patience when frustration knocks. It's choosing each other again and again without keeping score. I've watched people confuse love with intensity and commitment with obligation. I don't want that. I want a love that is steady, a commitment that feels free, not forced. I want us to be partners, not roles we play. Two individuals who respect each other's dreams while creating something shared. I am asking you for marriage because I want to be your safe place, and I want you to be mine, a place where we don't have to perform, pretend, or protect ourselves from each other, a place where vulnerability is met with care, not judgment, where mistakes are met with understanding, not distance. Life doesn't slow down for love, it keeps moving. Responsibilities grow, time tests us, and that's exactly why I want to do this with you. Because love that survives real life is the love worth choosing. I don't want a perfect story, I want a real one. I see you, not an ideal version of you, not a dream shaped by imagination, but the real you, your strengths, your doubts, your quiet moments, your fire. And knowing all of that, my answer is still the same. I want to walk beside you, not to lead you, not to follow you, but to move forward together. Marriage for me is not about ownership, it's about responsibility. Responsibility to protect what we build, to communicate when things feel fragile, to show up even on days when energy is low and patience is tested. It's about staying present when it would be easier to withdraw. I am asking you for marriage because I want to grow old with you, but more importantly, I want to grow with you now, in this season, in this version of ourselves, before everything is figured out, before life becomes predictable. I want us to learn together. I know love doesn't guarantee happiness every day, but it creates meaning, and meaning is what carries us through the days when happiness is quiet. With you, even the ordinary feels significant. Even the routine feels alive. I don't want to promise you a flawless future. I want to promise you honesty in it. I want to promise that when I'm wrong, I'll admit it. When I'm tired, I'll say it. When I'm grateful, I won't stay silent. Marriage deserves truth more than perfection. I am asking you for marriage because I believe in building something that lasts, not because it's easy, but because it's worth the work. Because love that is chosen deliberately has strength. Because love that is nurtured doesn't fade quietly. If you say yes, it won't be the end of a journey, it will be the beginning of a deeper one. One where we keep choosing, keep learning, keep showing up day after day, moment after moment, with patience, respect, and a love that doesn't need to be loud to be real. I don't see marriage as a finish line. I see it as a way of walking, a way of saying that when life changes its pace, when days become heavy or surprisingly gentle, we won't walk alone. Choosing one soul every day is not romantic in the way stories sell it. It's quieter, it's steadier, it's waking up and deciding that love is an action, not just a feeling that appears when conditions are perfect. I think about how many times life asks us to choose. Small choices, big ones, choices that shape who we become without us even realizing it. And among all of them, choosing one person again and again might be the bravest choice there is, because it asks for consistency, it asks for patience, it asks for presence, even when distraction feels easier. When I say I want to choose you every day, I don't mean only on good days. I mean on days when words come out wrong, on days when we misunderstand each other, on days when silence feels heavier than it should. Choosing one soul means staying curious instead of defensive. It means listening to understand, not to win. I've learned that love grows strongest when it's grounded in respect. Respect for who you are today, not who I expect you to be tomorrow. Respect for your pace, your thoughts, your boundaries. Marriage to me is the promise to protect that respect, especially when emotions run high. There will be moments when we're tired, moments when the world asks more from us than we feel ready to give. Choosing one soul means recognizing those moments and not turning away. It means saying, I see you're tired, instead of asking for more. It means learning when to speak and when to simply stay. I don't believe love should feel like pressure. I believe it should feel like support, like something you lean into, not something that leans on you. Choosing you every day means making space for you to breathe, to grow, to change without fear of losing me in the process. Life doesn't offer guarantees. People change, circumstances shift, dreams evolve. But choosing one soul is the commitment to face those changes together, not as opponents, not as strangers, but as partners who are willing to adjust without losing respect. I want a marriage where we celebrate each other's individuality instead of trying to reshape it, where we encourage dreams even when they don't directly involve us, where love isn't measured by control but by trust. Trust that allows freedom instead of limiting it. There will be days when love feels effortless, when laughter comes easily, when everything feels aligned, and there will be days when love feels like work. Choosing one soul means understanding that both kinds of days belong to the same story. One doesn't cancel the other. I don't expect us to always agree. I expect us to always care, to remember that disagreements don't define us, but how we handle them does. Choosing you every day means choosing calm over chaos when possible, and choosing honesty over comfort when necessary. I imagine a life where we grow older not by holding on too tightly, but by holding on wisely, where time doesn't make us distant, but deeper, where shared experiences turn into quiet understanding that doesn't need words. Choosing one soul is also about accountability, about looking at myself honestly and being willing to improve, being willing to apologize without excuses, being willing to learn from you without feeling threatened. Love that lasts requires humility. I want a marriage where we don't keep score, where kindness isn't transactional, where we give because we care, not because we expect something back. Choosing you means choosing generosity, even in moments when it would be easier to withdraw. There will be noise in the world, opinions, expectations, comparisons. Choosing one soul means tuning that noise out and focusing on what actually matters between us. Building a life that feels right to us, not one that looks impressive to others. I believe intimacy grows in safety, in knowing that you can be honest without fear of punishment. Choosing you every day means creating that safety and protecting it, making sure love remains a place of rest, not tension. Marriage isn't about losing yourself. It's about understanding yourself better through someone else's presence. Choosing one soul means allowing that reflection, even when it shows parts of me that need growth. I want us to be a team, not in competition, but in cooperation, facing problems side by side instead of across from each other. Choosing you means remembering that we are on the same side, even when emotions try to convince us otherwise. I don't want a love that burns fast and fades. I want one that stays warm, one that lasts through routine, responsibility, and time. Choosing one soul every day is how that warmth survives. I think about the small moments that build a life, shared meals, quiet drives, familiar routines. Choosing you means valuing those moments as much as the big milestones. Understanding that love lives in consistency. There will be times when we don't have answers, when plans fall apart, when life feels uncertain. Choosing one soul means staying grounded together, trusting that partnership matters more than having everything figured out. I want a marriage where laughter is common, but silence is also comfortable, where we don't need to fill every moment with words to feel connected. Choosing you means appreciating presence over performance. Love doesn't protect us from pain, but it gives pain meaning. Choosing one soul means not running from hard moments, but facing them with courage and compassion. I don't expect us to always be strong. I expect us to be honest about when we're not. Choosing you means allowing vulnerability without judgment, meeting weakness with care instead of distance. Marriage for me is about continuity, about showing up even when motivation fades. Choosing one soul means letting commitment carry us when feelings feel quiet. I want us to grow, not just individually, but together, to learn from each other's perspectives, to remain open, even after years of familiarity. Choosing you means never assuming I already know everything about you. There will be seasons where life feels generous, and seasons where it feels demanding. Choosing one soul means adapting together instead of blaming each other for the weight of circumstances. I want a love that feels lived in, comfortable, real, not polished for display. Choosing you means choosing authenticity over perfection. I believe marriage is built on thousands of small choices, not one big promise. Choosing one soul every day is what turns time into trust. I don't want to rush through life with you. I want to move intentionally, to notice changes, to appreciate growth. Choosing you means valuing the journey, not just the destination. I want us to protect what we build by communicating even when it's uncomfortable. Choosing you means choosing clarity over avoidance. Love doesn't need constant reassurance when it's supported by actions. Choosing one soul means letting actions speak consistently. I want a partnership where we support each other's healing, not reopen old wounds. Choosing you means being gentle with each other's pasts. I don't want us to disappear into each other. I want us to stand stronger beside each other. Choosing you means encouraging independence while remaining connected. Marriage to me is choosing the same person in different versions of life, in youth, in maturity, in change. Choosing one soul means embracing evolution without fear. I want a love that remains curious, that asks questions instead of making assumptions. Choosing you means staying interested, not complacent. There will be times when effort feels uneven. Choosing one soul means giving more when the other can't, without resentment. I believe commitment is an act of hope. Choosing one soul every day is choosing belief in what we are building, even when progress feels slow. I want us to respect each other's silence and celebrate each other's voice. Choosing you means honoring both. Marriage isn't about always feeling close, it's about always staying connected. Choosing one soul means maintaining that connection intentionally. I don't want to escape life with you, I want to face it fully. Choosing you means courage over comfort. I want us to create a life where love is steady, not fragile, where trust is earned and maintained. Choosing one soul every day is how that stability exists. I don't want promises that sound beautiful but feel empty. I want consistency that feels quiet but strong. Choosing you means showing up without needing applause. I want us to age with grace, patience, and understanding. Choosing one soul means accepting time instead of fighting it. Love is not about certainty, it's about willingness. Choosing one soul every day is the willingness to keep trying. I don't know what every future version of us will look like, but I know how I want to face it. With you. Choosing you means stepping forward together, learning as we go, staying present, staying honest, staying open, choosing again in the small moments, in the quiet days, in the ordinary hours, when love doesn't announce itself but lives in the way we remain, the way we listen, The way we keep coming back to each other without needing a reason beyond the simple truth that this choice still feels right.